Thank you so much for coming today. It's a great pleasure to have you, and I appreciate you taking your personal time out of your day for this wonderful occasion. Coaches come and go, and there's always different coaches that an athletic director needs to hire. And this particular time, we changed volleyball coaches simply because our former head coach needed to make a change for family reasons, and we understand completely. And when that happens, you usually think, oh boy, here we go. There's going to be a long national search posted on the NCAA website, telephone interviews, on-campus interviews, and you can't wait. You have to start the process quickly. But a lot of times, if you do mind God, and if you do exercise some patience, God already knows who He would like for you to hire. And in those cases, you may go through some other interviews, but God brings the right person to the forefront. This year, we were very, very, very fortunate. A lot of times, it's trying to find someone who fits every aspect of your institution. In this situation, people ask me, what are you looking for? Well, it's real simple. I'm looking for someone that loves God, that loves people, and wants to move the program forward. And then they always say, well, how far do you want it to go? And that's national championship. It's real simple for me. I'm real black and white and cut and dry. But along the way, you have to love the people. You have to introduce them to who Jesus Christ is, and hopefully in the 4 years they're here, they will have an understanding when they graduate of what Jesus Christ has done in their lives and will continue to do in their lives. So this year, this time, we were very fortunate to find someone and not hold a grudge that had beat the tar out of us on a neighboring court. Mallory Matthews was a standout volleyball player at ETBU, at East Texas Baptist University, just down the road in Marshall. And so I had seen her play, and we had played against her here in this gym. And then I remember last year, I believe it was last year, when she had stepped into the head coach position for just a certain period of time due to circumstances over at UT Tyler where she was coaching, and did a great job. And come to find out, we were the first team that she coached against when she stepped into that interim role just to help out the head coach at UT Tyler. The only thing that we probably will hold a grudge against is her husband coaches baseball at ETBU, but I'm sure that we will get over there or at least have great fun with it. So anyway, we just feel very, very fortunate. We know and we expect that the program will just flourish and will just grow. Savannah will still be her assistant, which brings a great knowledge of LeTourneau's, the whole program, athletics, but also LeTourneau volleyball to it. So I would love for you to meet Mallory Matthews.
Hi, I want to start off by thanking Coach Dyke and the search committee for hiring me and trusting me with this program. I also want to thank my husband Tanner for being very supportive through this whole process. We are expecting our first baby in December, and we're really excited to have them be a part of the LeTourneau family. I also want to thank my parents who have supported me in everything that I've done and given me all the opportunities that I've had, and they've gotten me to where I am in my volleyball career. The rest of my family and friends, and to my assistant coach Savannah, she has done above and beyond of what a grad assistant should be doing right now, and she's put in a lot of hard work and a lot of hours to hold this program together. And lastly, I want to thank Lindsay and Chris Mash, who have not only believed in me as a player, but also as a coach, and they've really shaped me into the coach that I am today. I'm very excited to be named the head volleyball coach at LeTourneau. I have very high expectations for this program and for my girls. I expect them to work hard in the classroom. I expect them to work hard on the court. I expect to be winning at the conference level and eventually the national level, like Coach Dyke said. I look forward to building upon the hard work that's been put into this program. And then I also am very thankful to be a part of a Christ-centered athletic program where we can pour into our girls and have that aspect of things. I've seen these returners and how they compete on the court with a lot of passion, and we have a great freshman class coming in, and I'm very excited to get started in August. So at this time, I'll open it up for questions.
Coach, you coached in the conference, you played in the conference. Obviously, there's that familiarity. There's no guarantee, of success because of that. But how confident does it make you heading into this situation as a coach, but also something you can pass on to your players?
Yeah.
That have been there.
Yeah, I do know the conference really well. I've been playing with it and coaching through it for 6 years, and there's a lot of great coaches and a lot of great teams in this conference. But something that I think that is an advantage for me with knowing the conference is knowing the teams and knowing the players that are a part of those programs and what it takes to win at this level and in this conference. So I think that that's a major advantage, and to just be able to tell these girls and what it takes to be great. I think it's important to just I think it's important to just make sure that we stay disciplined, and every one of those programs that are great in this conference are a very disciplined program.
Coach, this is your first head coaching opportunity. You had a little bit of interim experience at Texas Tyler, and with Texas Tyler leaving the conference to go Division II, you still have Coach Mash just down the road. But it's never easy being a first-time head coach. There's going to be bumps and struggles that you face as you go throughout your first season. So how do you use Coach Mash as a mentor to maybe help get through some of those situations that may pop up throughout the season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's just right down the road. We talk a lot. I've actually already called her multiple times about things. So just using her as that resource, and then also, even though they will be going to Division II, we'll be out recruiting at a lot of the same things, and just bouncing ideas off of each other and using that for sure.
What can we expect from your style of play from your kids? What do you hope when they walk on the court and people come and watch one of your matches, they walk away saying, wow, this is what LeTourneau does?
Yeah. I expect from my kids, we're always going to be the hardest working team in the gym. We're going to be diving out for every single ball. There's not going to be balls hitting our floor without us hitting the floor. So whenever people, leave our games, I want them, no matter what the outcome is, win or lose, that we're the hardest working team in the gym.
Mallory, could you introduce everyone, all of your family, so people will know?
Yeah, this is my husband Tanner. We've been together in August will be about 8 years. We just had our 1-year wedding anniversary though, so we've been together for a while. This is my mom Debbie and my dad Dwayne. This is my mother-in-law Tracy and my father-in-law Mark and my aunt Lisa. And then this is my best friend Morgan, and then of course Lindsay Match, who I coached for at Utah.
And her lovely daughter.
And her lovely daughter, Paige, who's a sweetie.
Just for some of the people in the room, and we appreciate them being here from the academic side, talk a little bit, if you would, about what these professors, deans, provosts should expect from the volleyball program academically.
Well, a lot of communication. I make that very apparent at the beginning that I want them to communicate with their professors well, just when we're going to be gone, what they need to be doing beforehand. I'm really big on that. We're going to have a GPA goal that we want to get to. I'm very competitive, and I want to be the highest GPA in all of athletics. When Coach Dykey came and brought me that sheet the other day from this past semester, I'm like, okay, what can we do to get better? So you're definitely going to have a lot of communication between the girls and you, and me and you, if that's necessary. So that's definitely what you can expect.
Does anyone have any questions? Karen, here you are as a volleyball official. You know Karen Austin?
Yes, we actually met last week.
Okay. Do you have any questions for her from the volleyball side?
Well, you put me on the spot. I guess respect is the word that we as officials appreciate from coaches and our players. So I would encourage you to encourage that with your players, to respect the
Absolutely,
officials.
We will always be playing with the best sportsmanship. I think that's really important and takes teams really far. And that's another thing that I definitely want people who watch the game to walk out and say that we are good sports and go about things in the right way for sure.
Karen, what if the provost is the one that's throwing the fit?
Throw them out.
Yeah. Well, we do have these yellow and red cards.
Because we can't ban him.
Have you set any team goals as far as the actual volleyball team goals yet?
I haven't got to meet with the whole team yet, but personally, yes, I have. I would love to have more wins throughout the whole season than this program has ever had, and I think that with this returning group, they definitely can do that. I think that this program was on the up and coming for sure, and so I really do believe that this season could be the most wins that LeTourneau volleyball has ever had. So that's one of our major goals for sure.
We talked about this, but where do you see yourself and your team in the community, the service?
Yeah, I'm really big about community service. I think that it's important for our girls to get out there and serve. Not only are we giving to the community, but I think our girls get a lot from that. So it's really important to me. I know Savannah and I have talked about maybe going to the daycare down the road and volunteering with that. And I know she said we've done some things with puppies before, and all the shelters need some help with that. And that's really big for me. We're going to do a canned food drive during our alumni game and our scrimmage, and so just getting started off this season with some community service, and we'll definitely be continuing that throughout the season.
Any other questions? Okay, then ladies and gentlemen, let's please give a hand for Mallory Matthews, our new volleyball.